Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how I made this beach tray using two-part epoxy resin. Now I am using Let's Resin epoxy resin, part A and part B in equal parts by volume. And I do have this little mixer that I got from Let's Resin, and I'm going to mix it up. And I don't remember how much resin I mixed up. And then I'm just going to take my spatula there, which you could get these off of Amazon. They come 6 in a package. They have the little curled end to them, and they're mini spatulas. They come in very handy with resin. And I put my resin in my debubbler, and it too is from Let's Resin. And I'm going to take this 91% alcohol and I'm going to spray it into my cup. You know, I don't particularly like using the debubbler on my resin because I think it makes more bubbles than I had before, except when it's in a mold. So from now on, I think I'm just going to use my debubbler when I have resin in my molds. I don't know what the problem is. So I just pour a thin layer of resin in my mold, and this is a tray mold that my neighbor gave me. It's a fairly shallow mold, but as you can see, it's pretty big. And I'm just taking my stir stick there, and I'm spreading out my resin so that it goes all the way to the ends of the mold. And I see a few bubbles, so I'm just going to use my lighter. Figured I better move the alcohol out of the way. Just try to pop some of those bubbles with my lighter there. And then I felt like I needed to spray it with the alcohol, so I did that. Just a light mist. And I'm spraying it again. This is a little while later. Well, a few minutes later, probably. Just trying to get out the bubbles. And now I have these mother of pearl, like turquoise pieces. And I'm just going to put those around the edge of my mold there. And I want to make sure that I put them face down. So if there's a brownish side or whatever, I want that to be up and the bluish side to be face down. So the pretty side down. And I'm just going to go around the edge of the whole mold with these mother of pearl pieces. And I did get most of this stuff from Glitz and Glitter. She had a beach bag that you could purchase a month or so ago. And most of these items are from that bag. So these mother of pearl pieces are from the bag. The glitters are from the bag. The stickers from the bag. And the sand is also from the bag. And the little bitty shells too. And I'm just using my tweezers because when I tried to use my fingers, my gloves got in the silicone, got in the resin, and I didn't like that. So I used the tweezers. And then I'm sorry I missed the footage of where I put the little shells in, but I did put the pretty side down for the shells. And then I'm going to take the sand and I'm just going to sprinkle it on over top of the shells. I didn't want to put the sand on first because if you do that and then you put your shells in, you won't be able to see your shells very well. So I'm just sprinkling it on. I didn't want a whole lot of sand. So I just sprinkle it on over top of my shells and a little above it and around it. Kind of make it look like maybe the seashore or something. Just using my little spoon there. And the next thing I'm going to do is put some glitter on it. So I have two different colors of glitter. This is more like a turquoisey glitter. A lot like the mother of pearl that's laying there. And again, I'm just going to do it the same way that I did the sand. I'm just going to put it on my spoon and sprinkle it around. And then here's the other blue, which is like a blue blue. A blue blue. Blue blue blue. Same thing, just using my spoon, sprinkle it around. Then once I get that done, I'm going to take my tool and I'm just going to make swirls. I'm going to swirl the two blues together. I thought that would look a lot better than the way it is before I swirled it. I think it looks better anyway. Alrighty, what's next? Oh, okay, so I needed to pop some bubbles. And then I'm going to spritz it with my alcohol. And then pop some more bubbles. Okay, so this is later the same day, and my resin has gotten a little hard. It has not completely cured or anything, but it's a little hard. So I'm going to put another, I'm going to finish filling up the mold with some more resin. And then I'm going to spritz it with my alcohol. And I didn't have any problem with the 91% alcohol. I know some people say only use 99, but 91 works okay, really. I haven't had any problems with it. So I'm just going to take my tray out of the mold. Turn it around, flip it over, and I'm just looking at it, and I think it looks pretty good. Not bad at all. I like it. You'll have to tell me what you think in the comments. So now I also got this in my beach bag. So it is some dolphins in some water with some flowers, hibiscus or whatever. And it is one of those big old stickers. But yeah, just keep watching. That didn't work out for me. It's the first time I've ever used one of these huge stickers. And obviously, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm oblivious at this point. I'm just taking off the little pieces on the edge that kind of overflowed on the mold. So I'm getting ready to put this big old sticker on. It really is pretty. So I take the back off of the sticker. And then I try to figure out where I want it on my tray. And And this is where everything went wrong. I didn't get it on there right, and I tried to fix it, and yeah, there's no fixing it. So see, even a piece pulled up with my thumb, and at this point, I'm like, you know what? I am not throwing this tray away. I am going to get this sticker off of here no matter what. And I worked on it for a long time, scraping this sticker off. I pulled off what I could with my fingers, and then got a little scraper tool and just kept working at it until I got the whole thing off. I was devastated. So now there were other stickers in the beach pack. So I got 4 of those out. This one's a starfish, and they're really pretty. This one is a dolphin, I think, and an octopus, and then a jellyfish. But they are really pretty. And they work out a lot better for me. For one thing, they're a lot smaller. And I guess I can handle them. I still got wrinkles and bubbles in them. I guess I'll have to practice some more. So I'm just pressing it down with my silicone spatula. And then I'm using my fingernail to try to get it to lay down where it should be. That one point there on the starfish just did not lay down right. But you know what? It is what it is. There's the octopus. And that one ended up with a bubble in it. So I'm taking my spatula, trying to smooth it out, rub it down, and then I got this other thingy to try to get it down, and there was a bubble in it. So I did take a pin and popped the bubble, and then got it to lay down. And now I'm going to do the jellyfish. Trying to be very careful to get it on there right so I won't have bubbles and all that. And now the fish. And there it is. That's not bad. I like it. So I'm going to top coat it with some resin. And all I have is, epoxy resin. And so I'm just going to use what I have. And I just pour it on top there. And then I use my finger. And I rub it around so that it's on the whole tray. Now, I really should have put more on it than I did, and when it cured, there were several large spots on it where the resin had kind of gone away from it. So I did have to top coat it twice. I was a bit disappointed that my first coat didn't work as well, but really I just didn't put enough on it. And, it kind of went away from it. Now this, oh yeah, so after I get the top coat on, I do spritz it with my alcohol to pop any bubbles there may be. And then I can do some of them with my finger there too. Now, here's the tray, and this is after the second top coat. There's the shells, and the sand, and then the glitters. And I kind of wish I would have taken the glitter all the way to the sand, but I didn't do that. For whatever reason, I don't know. I wish I would have, though. So there's the stickers. They're so cute. Overall, though, I think the tray turned out pretty good. And now I'm going to take my black acrylic paint, and this is just some acrylic paint that I got from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to take a sponge dauber, and I'm going to put this on the bottom of my tray. So I did flip it over, and this is the back side of the tray. And I'm just going to pounce this paint all over it. There's about half of it done right there, and I'm just going to flip this over so you can see the difference. So with the black, you can really see the shells and the stickers really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue and do the rest of it. But I thought you might like to see the difference between it being clear on the back and the black on the back. So I do think the black makes it pop a little bit. Or quite a bit, actually. And I just pounce my dauber up and down, up and down. And then I do look at the other side and see if there's any empty spots or whatever. And I do go over those if I find any. But I don't want there to be places on the back of this where there's, you know, clumps of paint. So I'm going over the whole thing again with the sponge dauber. And I did spray it with my 2x Rust-Oleum clear spray, because I didn't want my paint to peel off. And there it is. There's the tray. What do you guys think of this? You'll have to let me know in the comments. It was a labor of love for me, for sure. I'm not going to lie about that. Maybe I'll try it again sometime way in the future in a different way. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just glad I'm done with this one. But all in all, I think it turned out pretty good. So there's the little shells with the sand, and then you got your mother of pearl around the edge. And then the stickers and the glitters, the 2 glitters. But you see mostly the dark glitter. You don't see the other glitter real well. I know it's there. It just doesn't show up good, I guess. So here it is. And again, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And, you know, please put some comments in there. Give me some feedback on what you would like to see and what you do see on my channel. I would appreciate it. Bye.